All right, HBCU Legends fans, it's Kyle T. Mosley here with our family. And yes, she is a part of the HBCU Legends family. It's none other than the founder and the executive director of the Orange Blossom Classic, Miss Kendra Bulluck. How you doing, Kendra?
Hi, I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh, good to see you again. And she want to be all formal with Happy New Year to you.
Yes,
Everything.
Happy New Year. And always great to see you, and I always appreciate you guys for having us.
Yeah, definitely. Well, look, you got some great news that you would like to announce about the. I guess it's the is it the third year or fourth year that
Fourth,
you got fourth year
fourth year.
for the Orange Blossom Classic
Mhm.
since its renewal. So, who are going to be the teams represented at the Classic this season?
So this year we have the Alabama State University Hornets.
Wow.
Right. Of course, as we know, they are part of the Southwestern Athletic Conference, and we have the North Carolina Central University Eagles, who are, of course, as we know, a part of the MEAC. So yeah, we
Man,
are ASU and North Carolina Central University, and we're excited.
that's a big lineup to have. You talk about two teams. Of course, Trey Oliver and the Eagles won the national championship a couple of seasons ago after defeating Jackson State in the Celebration Bowl.
Yep.
And you got Alabama State, Bama State, who just had a coup. They just brought on Andrew Body from Texas Southern, and he's going to be their quarterback for this season. You're
Mhm.
talking about two teams that potentially, Kendra, could be the preview to the Celebration Bowl. Think about
Exactly.
that.
Exactly. Yeah, we're excited to have two teams that are, as you said, at the top of the conference. I think that we will give people that early look as to what those two teams look like. There is a lot of excitement, as you mentioned, behind the quarterback for North Carolina Central. So, and just being down here in South Florida, I think the joke is okay if people from Florida didn't send their kids to FAMU, they sent them to either Alabama State or Tuskegee. It was something about that Alabama Florida connection. So
Yeah.
we've got a lot of fans. I think in the Florida area from Alabama State. So I think it's going to be pretty good.
Well, not only that, you have two teams that don't have to have their fan base to travel too far, right? And you have two premier coaches in Trey Oliver as well as Eddie Robinson
Mhm.
Jr. Talk about that matchup between the coaches. Was that a part of your selection process and how you guys decided to approach those teams to be a part of the 2024 Orange Blossom Classic?
Well, when you're selecting teams, you look for all of that. That is definitely one of the things that we take into consideration, especially when you're thinking about a game like ours that started this thing off with Coach Prime, right? So
Right,
how do
right.
you back that up? And then of course, just Coach Simmons, Willie Simmons, he has a personality of his own, and just people just love Coach Simmons. So you definitely look for those things. You look for where the fan base has to travel from. You look at what their attendance numbers are, and of course, what's happening with those programs at the time that you make these decisions. Now, again, keeping in mind that a lot of times these decisions are made before the season even ends. So you never really know, what that how they're going to finish off the season. And I can tell you, it's funny because with North Carolina Central, as I'm sure many people thought, we kind of thought we were getting we would probably have a repeat of what we would have seen at the Celebration Bowl with
Oh,
North Carolina
really?
Central.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
things happen, right? But nevertheless, still with North Carolina Central being at that, the top of the conference where they are, it's definitely a good fit. Trey Oliver has a really good personality. I think if you want to think about who probably matched that Coach Prime energy, right, and who could really do some trash talking,
Yes.
Trey would be up there with some of the best, and we know the same thing with Eddie Robinson. So that definitely comes into play when you're making